Red afternoon. Y'all caught me trying to do this incremental science in the middle of my plant-based vegan hot dog. All vegan, plant-based, based off plants. Bloopers. Nigga, we made it. Plant-based vegan hot dog. It's busting. But the highlight be the water. The highlight be the water. Water be so good. Say it like that. You say it like that, it sounds like you got you a new drink. And that water be so good, man. That water. That water be so good, man. Shut up. So Incremental Science 26 specifies particularly on the shadow self. And we don't understand, and I hope y'all like my little illustration. But majority of the time we don't understand. And I gave you a diagram. It might have been in incremental 17 or 15, something like that, where I was showing you how as above, so below, both energy sources, you know what I'm saying, connects through the ether like a snake, you know what I'm saying? This is where the wisdom comes from, da 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 da. But it connects so many different pretenses that are in this same body of energy. And I'm about to show you another one. So now, you understand that you pull in energies from the universe. Well, also as your shadow self, it is also connected to every single force. So it's almost like your shadow self is not the physical version of you, but it's still a version of you that exists. It's almost like the watcher in a sense. Like it's like sitting back just watching you be real, be physical, be everything that life has to offer. And it's also tethered to everything that you think, all your thoughts. It's like a reflection. So I'm not saying that your shadow leaves your body and go run amok. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the shadow is a connection through the ether. It's a reality. You know what I'm saying? Light travels. So when the light hits you and it stops refracting at this last point, like how light travels through the universe and it particleizes here and makes a human. You know what I'm saying? Like through all the, the transmuting, how we refract light, literally. The reason why we're able to see things. After light hits you, what goes past you is your shadow. Nothing goes past the shadow. The shadow is it. That's where the light stops. Keep that in mind. That's where the light stops. So knowing this, you have a connection in between that and self. So if I was to give the shadow self the attributes of knowing everything about myself, but incapable to do anything, that's almost like the shadow self can actually watch you be a person. Watch you be a person and knows everything that you're going to do because it can only just stand still when the light is on. And I guess if I was to imagine, right, that only when it's nighttime or something like that, shadows get to run amok because there's no light around, right? You just, hey, I can detach for a little bit and haul behind. But think about that. Isn't that a fact? Isn't it like majority of the time during the day is when you get the senses that let you know when not to do stuff? At nighttime, you kind of just go with the flow. Don't let that trip over your head real quick. Everything is light. Everything is light. And we can't be specific on certain values, but divine allowed light to be. And before light, you couldn't see anything. You didn't even know creations was around because you couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take from the story and place it where it's supposed to be. I created light. Okay, People like to put this in pretentious to the value of how humans were able to see. Well, no, light happens when you open your eyes. That's what the eye functions for. It's for refracting light. So without an eye socket, you could not open your eye. So the divine had to create a pretense that follows the value to receive that. You understand what I'm saying? And also the light, it speaks to a value of being awakened. So it doesn't just say the lights turn on. It speaks to the value of being awakened. So even when babies are born, they're asleep until you smack them on their behind. They're like, ah, you know what I'm saying? And then they come into life. It's like, you feel me?
Sup, I'm Naga. Nice to meet you. If you're interested in continuing this class, head on over to Patreon. The link will be in the description. You already know the vibes.